I joined your community last February.
Okay.
3 months after that, I was independent.
Troy, welcome to Miami, brother. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Is this your first time here?
This is my first time in Miami.
Really? What do you think about it so far?
I like it. It's beautiful. The weather been good, up and down.
I mean, you're used to this weather, right?
Yeah. I am. I actually came thinking it was gonna be hot. It was a little cooler than I thought, but it's been beautiful. I've been enjoying the trip.
Yeah. Awesome, brother. I've been asking a lot of people the same question. Like, when did you start getting into credit and funding? Like, what was that journey for you?
I appreciate it. So, I come from financial advisory in the corporate world.
Oh, really?
So when I wanted to go on my own, I knew it'd be in somewhere in the financial space.
Okay.
So just hopping on YouTube, running into your videos on Instagram, it naturally brought me to the credit side and learning more on how I can get my business financed, and it kind of just took me down.
Start building from there.
Exactly.
Nice.
I actually, when I thought about going into funding and helping companies with their financing side and things like that, it was actually your video that I ran into cursing me out.
So tell me about that. What was that video that you saw from me that you're like, I gotta work with this guy?
Yo, so my favorite video in the world. I'm scrolling one day and I'm like, man, I have to get a mentor. I have to be taught the game. Somebody has to put me on, right?
Yeah.
And I scrolled past your video and literally got cursed the fuck out. Part of my language. It was like, you gotta do this, MF, or you gotta listen. Get on your stuff, stop bullshitting. There's no excuses. I loved it. And I'm like, this guy speaks my language, you know? And I ended up reaching out. We had a good conversation, booked a call, and history from there.
Damn, bro. So it was pretty much me telling, like, how like I was holding nothing back that made you realize I like this guy.
Yeah. You were in the Maybach. You were just talking at the camera, just being real.
Yeah.
Do it your fucking self.
How long was this ago? Well, this is a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, this is about a year and a half.
Wow.
About a year and a half ago.
Wow, time is flying, man.
Yeah.
So you pretty much were already in the financial industry, essentially.
I was.
But you were like working like almost corporate, right?
Yeah.
And you were like, okay, I want to do my own thing.
Exactly. So I come from that corporate background. I had a degree in accounting.
Yeah.
I wanted to do finance, but I didn't know what, in what avenue I was gonna be successful in.
Yeah.
But the 9 to 5 and the corporate ladder, it was never really for me. It didn't feel right from the beginning. So when I went on myself, when I decided to go independent, it was really a journey of what am I gonna do? What am I good at? What do I love doing? And one thing led to another. I wanted to improve my profile and my opportunities. I started to fix my credit and do research on credit. The credit led me to funding, and which led me to you guys.
So it was like stepping stones.
Literally.
Yeah, it didn't happen all at once. What would you say? What was the timeline between you stop working in corporate and then kind of becoming, like the person you are today? Like, what was that process like? Did it take a long time?
I wouldn't say so. I would say fixing my credit completely on my own without the knowledge was like the most time. This took me about 6 to 8 months
to fully get like
to grasp the concept of it.
Okay.
And I still wasn't independent. I was still doing both. I believe I joined your community last February.
Okay.
3 months after that, I was independent.
Oh, wow.
Changed my life.
That's really, damn, thank you for that. And what was one of the reasons why, well, I mean, you said it was just being authentic, but was there any other reason that attracted to working with me and my wife?
I think what stood out the most was you weren't lifestyle marketing. It wasn't, look at these big chains, and look at all this money I got.
Which I do have expensive stuff on me.
We all like good shit, right? But it was more,
I wasn't leaning with it.
Right. And as I went through your page, what got me the most was you were giving so much value, dude.
Yeah.
Like you were literally, I felt like you were changing my life without meeting you.
Yeah.
So when I started actually building a page and I decided I was going to go forward you actually liked one of my reels.
So you didn't even have a page before this?
No, I didn't.
Oh, wow. I don't remember that.
No, I didn't.
Really? So it was like fresh.
Okay. Funny story. So to circle back a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I actually, once I learned about credit, business credit, building a business profile, all of that stuff, I actually wrote a book on it called Credit is the New Bag.
Okay.
Released it on Amazon. Then I made a page for it.
Okay.
The page led to a reel. You actually liked the reel.
Really?
And then that's when we had our first like productive conversation.
Damn. Wow. It just It's crazy how the world happens, man. That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
So you felt confident on just working with us just because the amount of value we're giving you already, and also kind of like my attitude. You get me?
I did.
I mean, I do understand. Like, I don't really lean with material stuff. Like, but I kind of like, it's like sprinkle it now and then. Every now and then, like, you know, like I don't say it's a Maybach, but you know it's a Maybach. You get me? So like, I kind of feel you there. I do that.
Proof of your own concept. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. So I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
So like, what do you like from this mastermind? What are some things that you are like, damn, I'm definitely not using that. I need to start using it.
Oh man, there's so much, right? First of all,
let me do like 2 or 3. You know?
Okay, yeah. So firstly, I would say asking for referrals at the end of sales calls.
Yeah. You were not doing that at all?
No, I was not.
Oh wow.
I was not. I would actually wait till I get somebody funded, or if we have results, then I say, hey, how about?
No, you gotta get them while they're hot.
Yeah. I realized that, but
yeah,
I would say more so than anything that I could say I'm leaving with the AI tools on. And not just the regular stuff, the texting and the emails that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Literally replacing actual processes with AI is crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It really is. Me being kind of traditional, when I came into business, I was taught, like I said, from the corporate ladder. I didn't learn through Instagram or a mentor. You was actually the first guy I invested in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So everything I knew of business came from corporate, and it's so different. It's so different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was a learning curve. So coming to this is my first mastermind. I've never done anything like this before.
Wow.
Come on, brother.
Damn.
So,
I
so this
appreciate
being
it,
my
bro.
first mastermind, it is crazy that it literally felt like college. Like I'm leaving with not only more sales tools, AI tools, marketing process. We talked about team building.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to condense this answer, but it's impossible. Like I'm literally leaving with more value than I could even put into words.
Yeah. Do you know one of the favorite things for me on Mastermind is actually the people. You know, like I know more, like we've known him like almost 2 years. You get me? Now I get to meet Colin. I know Colin for almost 2 years and a half, and now I finally meet him. You get me? So sometimes just the connection is even better than the information.
Yeah.
Because you never know what these people are gonna be in the next 10 years.
Yep.
You know, and one of us could build $1 billion company and now we know them. You get me? You never know. So like I always like I get a lot of value from just hanging out with like-minded individuals. So that's why I love masterminds, bro. Like I gone through so many. I'm like, okay, I need my own. And then I have a close friend of mine that he's like, you have to do it, you have to do it, you have to do it. And then here we are. So you would say that main takeaway was always ask for referrals and then start implementing AI so you can increase productivity without having a big team, essentially.
Absolutely. Like when you get to see the metrics on the KPIs and what it really requires to hit that illustrious 6 figures a month, you actually get to see it. Like taking completely out the guesswork. It's almost like essentially a roadmap.
Yeah. Now you have a target to hit.
Right. This is where I'm at. This is where I want to be. Now I know what I need to do to get there. And that's how it feels.
Yeah, wow. So you first, before didn't really understand what are the KPIs to get to those high.
I didn't.
Oh, wow.
I didn't.
So you saw that and you're like, oh, screenshot.
Of course, right away. Because see, honestly, right? Like I've done some I've done great for myself since meeting you guys, but there are certain numbers that I'd like to meet that I haven't met consistently.
Yeah.
Right. And you do wonder, like, is it me? Is it the team?
Yeah.
But when you get to actually look at the metrics of why you haven't reached it there,
you're like, oh, that's why I'm not doing it.
1 + 2.
Yeah. You're like, oh, no wonder I'm not doing it. I don't have this in place.
Exactly.
And another thing, you were telling me that you're getting really close to like Colin. How has that been for you? Because you told me like, man, this guy gives me so much value.
He does.
Do you think it's really important having someone like that on your side?
I think it's super important. If I could go back, right? I remember the live calls we had. I was a little confused. I started rough. I couldn't make sales. Me coming from a rural background and things, I thought that was the reason. I was giving myself a bunch of excuses of why this wasn't working for me, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember I hopped in a call and I asked is if you guys were doing this again, what would you do differently? And Colin answered, I'd move faster. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? Right? And I remember reaching out to him I'm just like, what does that mean? Can you elaborate? And I could truly say, Colin, he took me under his wing. And I think having somebody that's not only going to hold you accountable can teach you what you want to do specifically. He's not telling me how to run business. He's saying, hey, you want to be a funder and you want to be good at it.
Yeah.
Well, this is how you get good at it.
Yeah.
And I think having someone in that position that not only is doing what you're doing and successful at what you're doing,
huge.
I think that's super important.
No, it's crazy.
I can't even imagine where I'd be without meeting you and your introduction to Colin for me.
And by the way, guys, we keep mentioning Colin, but that's like an old client of mine that's very successful. That he was the reason why I like Colin, because what he said, that he was like, move faster. Colin is one of the clients that we worked with that, like, as soon as I told him something, he implemented it. So yeah, Troy, I definitely feel him on that. So what will be some things, like some advice you, from somebody who's like watching you right now, right, from the first time, and maybe wants to get into this world, what would be like some pointers you want to give him?
I would say stop hesitating and go out and make some mistakes, because you have to get the reps in. There is no way to fake that. There's no way. There's no practice or research you can do.
You have to
get the reps in.
Yeah.
Right. Like the best thing, even mentioning Colin, the best advice he gave me was run the effing ad. Like, run the ad, see what comes out of it. I was waiting forever. I thought there was like a special thing I needed to do. Just run the ad and get going.
Yeah.
So I would say
done is better than perfect.
Oh man, I've lived with that quote ever since I've heard you guys say it.
Yeah.
So I would say if somebody was starting this out, especially where I started from zero, I didn't start with the funding background that you guys had. You guys literally gave me the sauce, showed me how to market it, showed me how to sell it from the very beginning. I would say the most important thing starting this out is go out there, make mistakes, just get your feet moving. Put your feet down, don't stop. Who cares if you get punched in the face?
Why do you think people are scared of that though?
I think that's a great question.
Yeah.
I think psychologists all around the world are probably trying to figure out what holds people from, or what makes people stop themselves, right?
From failure.
For me, exactly. I think for me personally, I think my need to have it right and have it perfect was like daunting. Seeing a
you know
guy
why that
like,
comes from you? From having the corporate job. That's where that mindset comes from. Because in the corporate world, if you don't do it right, you're fired.
Exactly.
So you have to be perfect. But in the entrepreneurial world, it's not about perfect. You get it done, and then you start optimizing till you get to perfect.
Yep.
But that's probably what happens. That's probably why you had that mindset, that you're trying to perfect it, because that's where you're taught how things are done.
Right.
But in the business world, I'm not saying don't have some like a shitty product.
Yep.
But at least you gotta launch the product and then work it
and
as it's being
see what's gonna work for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, because so many people create an offer without even seeing if the market wants that offer. You get me? So a lot of people, like, you need to start the offer, sell it, and start tweaking it as you're growing. Like for me, like my offer has changed over time.
Yeah.
Because I first started the offer and I started tweaking it depending on what the people were asking on me. You get me? Like that's why I do a mastermind now, because people were literally, yo, let's meet up, all this stuff. I'm like, okay, let's do a mastermind.
Yeah.
So like you have to work a little by little, okay? So Troy, tell me a little bit about this book.
Oh man.
Please, let me know.
Okay, so last year, a little while after I joined the group, I did my first book actually started to pick up and do ground. And
where you're selling the first one?
So I'm selling the first one on Amazon.
Okay.
I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't advise it just because it's a bit expensive on Amazon. But I decided after I went through your program that I wanted to do something purely like super niche down on business funding, but just building the foundation to be able to get yourself funded and get your business funded. Or
yeah, of course.
How do you reach out to these business RMs, and basically everything you guys taught me in a nutshell, and try to compress it to this book, right?
Wow.
So I was able to score a book deal.
Yeah.
That involved my first book. Thank you. And it was a 3-book deal. So this is the second book in the installment called Business Funding on Easy Street.
Nice. I like that.
So this is going to be basically a damn near Bible of everything you guys have taught me about sales, business, creating your authority, business funding, the difference between a successful preparation phase and one that just feels like movement, but it's not progress. Like, and knowing the difference between the two.
That's wow, bro. Some bars right there.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. So how long have you been working on that?
For a year now.
Yeah.
Been working on it for a year. It's releasing this fall.
This fall?
The problem is like you said, like, that perfection thing. Like every time I'm ready to release it, I go back in and I'm like, oh, I want to add this.
Yeah,
part.
I mean, well, that one's a little bit different. For a book, you definitely have to work it.
Yep.
You get me? Every other things, you can kind of, for the book, I understand it because I kind of have gone through the process of reading books. I just never released them. And it's like, I have the same problem. Because I came from the music world. So in the music world, you don't release a piece of music without being perfected. So I had the same problem, bro. When I first started my entrepreneur journey, I was going for perfection. But I noticed that if you perfect it, nothing gets done.
Right.
It's not. So it's a different world. So it's releasing this fall. Where can they get it?
So it will be on Amazon.
Awesome.
I am doing a book release event. That's going to be a networking event, but it will be on Amazon for now. We're looking to release it independently.
Nice.
That's part of the book deal. Obviously, some details I can't necessarily disclose,
of course.
but that's what we're doing right now. It would be released on Amazon. There will be like a Spotify with like the audio book and things like that.
Oh, legit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited for
we're really
that.
Excited.
Yeah, man. I think people are gonna get a lot of value from it, man. Because
Thank you.
And the problem is that literally a lot of people just don't know this stuff.
Yep.
You may think people know this stuff, but they don't. Like yourself included. Like you came to us, you learned all this stuff. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
A lot more people need to know this.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, man. Is there any other thing that you would like to share before we get going or talk about?
One thing I would like to say.
Go for it.
I have to give you and your wife Clarissa a ton of respect and admiration. When I met you guys, I had a whole different plan. I'm maybe 38, 37. I'm 39 now, coming into my 40s. But I had a whole plan on what I thought life was and what I thought success meant and how you get there. And I met you guys, and you guys are younger than me and fresh, and you have all these new ideas that I'd never heard of, and it truly changed my life. It really did.
Really?
On a very big level. You know what I mean? Like I said, 3 months after meeting you guys, I was independent, and now I have a 6-figure business paying all my bills. Like
what gave you the confidence to do it? To just leave the corporate world?
Man.
Is it that you already felt like I have the knowledge? Why can I make this happen? And was it that?
I felt equipped with everything I've needed, right? Where when you're in corporate, it's so 2 + 2. You do it one way and then you'll get one result. If you do it the wrong way, you don't get the result you want. And in entrepreneurship, it's like you figure your way. You figure the path you want to lead.
That's
and
so
leave
good.
a trail. And I really, when I met you guys were inspiring. I feel like you guys truly gave me the tools to be successful, and I haven't looked back since, brother.
I mean, we work, that's what we work at, giving people value, because the industry is full of like not good people.
Yep.
And we gotten screwed over so many times that we're like, we do not want to be even associated to that type of world. You get me? So we try very hard to be authentic, very hard to give people value. Like that's literally like how you said before, hey, I got value from you, from even joining. That was a conscious effort. It was not a mistake. You get me? So like, even me not flashing, the Patek Philippe's or the car or the Lamborghini, like it's conscious. Sometimes I don't even want to post my car because I don't want people to get that,
kind of idea.
Yeah, that kind of idea, because I always want to leave with value. So I really appreciate you mentioning that, because that was a conscious effort. You get me? So I really appreciate that, man. But Troy, thank you so much for coming to Miami, bro. Like, well, actually, you're already traveling here, so it was awesome. It was perfect
exactly.
timing,
I was
bro.
Gonna be out here, so it was an honor.
As soon as I'm like, yo, you should slide, bro. And then you told me, yo, let's go, let's make it happen. I'm like, Right. And after you told me yes, you can ask like 7 people. Well, like they even wanted to get the VIP day, but we already have sold out. Like we can't. We said no. I'm like, no, that said Troy was the last one.
Come on,
so
man.
you were the last ticket.
Come on, that's
and we were just saying no to people. I'm like, no. So, bro, I appreciate you coming. Of course.
Plus, I tell everybody like we're family anywhere. Like we're identical brothers.
Yeah, whenever you need something, bro. We're happy to help, bro. So I really appreciate, you saying what you said right now. Glad didn't hear it right now, but she will see it. She will see it in the replay. Okay. But thank you so much, bro. Thank you for coming and thank you for having this conversation with me.
For sure.
And that book, whenever you launch it, let me know, because I'm gonna cap it. Okay?
I got you, brother. You got the first copy.
Yes, I appreciate it. A signed one, please.
Of course. Thanks.
I appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, brother.